And we're back.
Watch your profits go up by advertising here. Watch them go up.
Absolutely.
Yes.
This is the place to be right now.
If they go down, you'll also know they're watching.
Well, the advertising rates on this channel right now are lower than they are with radio.
Costs less than lunch.
It does. It really does.
Yes.
Well,
and here you have it. We're in like 3D. If you had a 3D TV, you'd be seeing us in 3D right now.
Really?
Well, actually, most people are seeing us in blur-D.
But 2D's bad
blur-D.
enough.
Yes, it doesn't work. But we're back with the latest and greatest stuff that's happening around Las Cruces in New Mexico.
I think your tie is in Chef Boyardee.
You know, now you're making me hungry for Italian food.
It doesn't get more Italian than that, does it?
No, that's about as authentic as you can get, because it says chef.
Chef.
Yes. And Boyardee, that's a real Italian name.
All right.
Why'd you get on that? You like to talk, you know, you told me that this was not a comedy show, but that's just from watching it. So we're supposed to do an average of one joke every 20 seconds, but you want to talk about serious stuff? Go ahead, talk about serious stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah. You want to talk about, isn't Martinez, isn't that sort of a Mexican food?
Well, no, it's
Is it Italian?
It's a Hispanic version of a martini.
A martini.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to talk about Susana Martini?
Susana Martinez. Martinis.
Martinis. We're just making her seem hipper because we want the martinis.
We're just being flippant. When you get your own TV show, you can be like that.
When's that going to happen?
Flippancy or our own TV show?
When are we going to get our own TV show? We have to do whatever Ricky says. It doesn't matter.
Well, now you read the paper. You saw where she had the line item veto capability, and she went a little bit overboard. And they caught her at it.
Well, you know, when you say that, if you're going, the government, the people who, there's like hundreds of people up there that we pay to be up there. Yes, there are hundreds. There's the Senate and a House of Representation.
Well, even the janitors is someone that we pay for.
Yeah, we do pay for them. So they're all working this stuff out. They send it to her. She decides that rather than $150,000 for housing, we should do $50,000. That's like saying when you go to, you know, set your budget. I was going to spend $150 on groceries. I think I spend $50. Yeah. So that's kind of rash. I mean, what type of does she make some sort of research that what is $50,000 by?
I think she was just looking at the budget.
And they said, let's just cut things and do things like that. So the judicial part of the system stopped her from doing that. They might have found out by now. But the other thing they were going to do is, since unemployment benefits are not being funded enough, they will cut benefits, and she would want to keep the benefits being cut and not tax businesses more. So what that equals is, let's say the people who really don't have any money right now, let's not give them anything else, but the people who are actually still making some money, let's not hurt them. I can see some logic in that.
Well, Michael, this is the poorest state in the nation. That means a lot of people don't have money in this state.
Right, so they need benefits, don't they?
Well, they have some sort of
poor people need benefits.
Yes. And
rich people need, you know, it's a time that the rich people have to help the poor people. Since there are more people, rich people have to kick in and get the poor people back on their feet. And then once they're back on their feet, then rich people can stop being taxed as much because you'll be able to get some money from people who have jobs.
Well, she just gave a $400 million tax break to the Union Pacific Railroad.
That's not even a people,
where they don't even have to pay tax on their diesel fuel.
So $400 million, but you can cut $100,000 from housing benefits and cut unemployed benefits, but $400,000. So we're just looking for balance. You know, we're the station of fair balance.
Really?
Yes, because you know we sort of almost weigh the same.
Well, the other station that says they are, you know, and they're not.
Right. So we can say whatever we want anyway.
It's like the moral majority, which is neither.
Yes. They're like a teapot or a tea potty. The tea potty.
Tea potty.
I've heard talk about the tea potty.
Well,
what else is, you know, speaking about tightness, it looks like she has tightened the rules on driver's licenses. That's a cute one. See, we don't want people like that in this country. White, pasty-faced people
got enough of them.
with this little smile faces. It's rather easy to get a license in New Mexico.
Anybody can get a driver's license in New Mexico. They bring them in by the truckloads from other states.
Illegals
who shouldn't be here in the first place, which means they're committing a crime by their very presence. they can come to New Mexico and get a driver's license, and then go back to wherever they are, working someplace.
It's also cheaper to get a driver's license here, too.
And then, but one hopes they also get insurance once they get that license.
No, well, we don't care if they leave the state. I mean, let the other state worry about that.
Well, there's plenty who stay here.
Yes, there are.
Once they get their license, which will now be much harder to obtain, thanks to Governor Martinez, and I don't have a problem with that.
No, I think that's fair. It's fair, but they are counting people because they are using phones that have different area codes. So if you move to this state with your old area code and you're illegal, they will think that you're not entitled to a license.
You don't have to put your phone number on your driver's license.
Apparently, there's some way where you're supposed to call up and make an appointment to get your out-of-state license or what, alien license, and that's how they're finding this stuff out.
Well, you do have to have, you're supposed to have an address, a local address.
I was trying to see how much that guy weighed.
Within it.
Because, I mean, how much does whipped cream
He's an ectomorph.
weigh? Yes.
Doesn't weigh anything.
It's air. It's ecto. Anyway, let's go. We don't care about this legal stuff. We like things like fairness for employers and employees.
Men and women.
Yeah, oh, yeah, sure.
And in this case, I think women took it on the chin.
Well, yes, Walmart had been sued by a class action suit from women
trying to get
not getting equal pay with the men, and you know, there's a lot of arguments why they haven't been. We know that.
Well, not just equal pay; they weren't being promoted. Men who had less experience and less time with the company were getting promoted ahead of the women, and that they said that was a chronic case throughout the system.
And everybody supported that thing, but when it gets to the Supreme Court said, well, everybody's case was different, therefore it doesn't meet the the rules for a class action, well, since everybody was different. But
of course, it was only there. Four Republican men said that, or five. Three of the
Democratic women.
Three of the female judges, and one Democratic man cited for was on the side of the women.
So it's close,
right? Being able to sue.
So this is what happens when you have...
Close. It was a partisan vote all the way down the line. Now, women we're going to have to sue individually. And how can they afford to go against Walmart?
Very few people who work at Walmart can hardly afford soup, much less to sue. So
here's what I recommend.
This is good. You have it.
I recommend all women boycott Walmart for a month. And if no women at all in this country didn't shop at Walmart for a month,
I would think that would be a good
that would send
solution.
quite a message. And
that would pay for the amount of settlement as it is anyway. Okay. There are other alternatives to Walmart. A lot of people don't even second think that or second guess that. They just need something. They go to Walmart. You can go to Target,
Kmart.
You can go to Albertsons.
You go to local mom and pop shops around
anywhere
town.
You want.
Give Walmart a break from going to them.
Yes.
Just for a month. Try it.
And what they'll do is they'll probably let the women off first, because there's not enough business, they'll fire the women.
No,
they will lose money. That will be a great action.
Boycott Walmart for a month, starting now. Please.
And all the women around the world, because this show gets around the world. You people in China who are watching this, whatever time you want, because we're on YouTube, stop going to Walmart in China until women get
And when I say Walmart, I'm including Sam's Club.
Okay. I'll buy that.
I'm sorry, it might be inconvenient for just a month, but...
It's not going to be inconvenient for a month.
It'll be more...
We go for a long time without going to Walmart.
It'll hurt Walmart more than it hurts us.
Well, especially when you have... Who does most of the shopping? Women.
Usually.
Right. Men don't know how to shop. Did you ever see a man look for shoes? No. They don't know how to look for shoes. They go, just get me shoes. I mean, that's a generic term. Shoes.
We're hunters and gatherers.
Yes. So
right. Now, hey, you know,
we're going to move down this line of.
It's really hot. It's really hot out.
It is.
Record
it's
heat.
About 105. Yeah, we're not hanging. We want to show that. That was the hanging the women in Walmart.
Oh well.
Oh, there's the heat.
Yeah. Well, the heat's on Walmart too.
That looks really nice.
Record heat. So, it's strangely enough, this time of year is when they choose to have the Vans Warped Tour. People standing out in 105 plus degree heat.
It's true.
Listening to music all day long.
It's going to be like at 100 degrees. Everybody, to hydrate everybody, they might as well have a rain machine.
Well, they have misters, and they shoot water into the crowd a lot. And,
at least you don't have to worry about getting the chills.
Right.
You know, because some groups are so good, they give you the chills. They go, oh, it's so good. But there's going to be, you can take a look in, the free Pulse, which you can see all around town. We're not really advertising for Las Cruces Sun News, but the Pulse lists everybody who's going to be on the Warped Tour, and it's going to be pretty good.
That's right. Now, we saw a bunch of people last week. They were picketing the post office downtown.
Well, at least you get people out to the post office.
They were out in the heat. There are employees who work at the post office who don't want to have their jobs taken away when the post office moves operations to El Paso, if that actually happens, and there's a good chance that it could.
Yes, and what else is new?
Well, I think the opposite should happen. I think the El Paso operation in the post office should move up to Las Cruces. We'll take over the El Paso operation.
Well, Jonathan Colcant in this week's paper had an editorial that talked about he doesn't even see this as a possibility. He thinks the whole entire U.S. postal system is a money loser.
Well, it is.
And it is. But on the other hand, we're losing money with the military, and they don't give us our mail.
No business with the government makes any money.
That's the point. Who else is going to bring you stuff? You know, they say that you're losing, we have 13% less mail than we used to have.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, because most of them were just advertisements.
Right. People use UPS and FedEx and email now, so who writes a letter anymore?
I like getting the mail. I think every one of you likes getting the mail.
I enjoy the mail.
It gives you something to complain about when it's late.
I didn't get any mail, though, that said that told us about the fireworks restrictions that we have.
You wouldn't, because they burnt it.
But, you know, the
don't buy fireworks.
Fire restrictions are very strict this year.
Don't use fireworks.
Only things that stay on the ground are allowed, like fountains and black
cannons. What?
No, nothing. No aerials whatsoever.
Yes, well,
smoke bombs are allowed. I don't know why you want to pollute the world with smoke, but you can.
Right.
Those
so
are okay.
It's going to be a quiet 4th of July. You can always go to Hadley to see the city's fireworks, which is going to be great.
They're going to be violating their own ordinance.
Yeah, but they have firemen all around. Anyway,
and tonight,
film festival.
We have the film festival tonight, midnight. These are New Mexico films. We have them exclusively here on Channel 98.
Ooh.
And those are tonight, midnight, as they are every Saturday night. With that, we have to wrap up the show, Michael.
And we're out of here.
One more week down the drain. I mean, in the can.
In the can.
So to speak.
Thanks
for
joining us.
joining
A lot
us
of my week in the can.
right here, I know, at Double Talk.